YouTube, we back with another video, man. Today we got how to escape Alcatraz with basic engineering. So this is the most guarded prison. This is the most hardest prison to ever escape. You feel me? He's gonna explain how do we break out of it. You feel me? So get you some snacks, eat some drinks, get comfortable, drop a like on the video. 3, 2, 1.
Every day gotta thank God, baby. Can't you see that nigga blessing us?
This is Alcatraz, the world's most famously secure prison. And today, I'm gonna try and escape. This does not feel good, but I'll be doing it in a very specific way by recreating the exact same actions these 3 daring prisoners took. This is a tight squeeze.
Wow.
When they executed their year-long plan in what many consider to be the most ingenious prison escape in recorded
That's
history.
crazy.
To pull this off, they gave me unrestricted access to the whole prison because our goal is to use modern technology along with our own engineering skills to determine once and for all whether these 3 escapees actually made it safely to land.
Okay.
Guys, we are
Now, chat, have y'all played that game, chat, A Way Out? This reminds me of A Way Out, bro. This shit is so cool.
or if they vanish forever in the frigid, shark-riddled waters of the San Francisco Bay.
Wow. This is crazy. This is gonna be a good video.
I cannot believe they would spend 23 hours a day in this tiny little cell. On June 11, 1962 at 9:30 p.m., this exact jail cell would have seemed pretty unremarkable to any of the guards on duty and to all but 3 of the prisoners held here on the island. Because that's the night those 3 prisoners decided they were finally going to attempt their escape after nearly a year of meticulous planning and preparations. But in order to pull this off, starting right here in their cells, they would need to execute their elaborate 6-part escape plan flawlessly, eventually taking them up and out of the prison, down to the water, and across the bay to their freedom. And to pull this
Chat, y'all, this is insane. This is a crazy escape, bro. How did they pull this off, bro? Through all this water, getting out the jail, you know, just that in itself is insane. But to go across this water with sharks, there's sharks in this water because they say they in the bay, great white sharks, and then the water cold as hell. It's nighttime. And them niggas cruise down this line to get here, bro, and not get caught. That's crazy.
Off would require countless strokes of genius, like fake vents to cover up their digging progress, fake bolts made from sculpted soap, or a homemade raft fashioned from prison-issued raincoats. But all 6 of those critical steps started right back here with a decoy, moments after lights out at 9:35 p.m. Since they weren't expected out of bed until roll call the next morning, they needed a way to not sound the alarms with empty beds when guards came by to perform head counts several times during the night. So they placed fake heads like these on their pillows that they had spent 2 months crafting out of soap, concrete dust, toothpaste, toilet paper, and actual human hair. This is kind of creepy, and it shows how good the heads are, because I feel like I'm in a jail.
Cause chat, bro, if I was an officer, bro, and I was patrolling this cell block, and I seen these niggas made a clay head with fake hair, bro, I wouldn't even try to catch y'all, bro. The respect. I wouldn't even try to get y'all no more, bro. Y'all free. Y'all free. You did your time, bro. Good job, bro. You got it. You got it, for real.
So, with the sleeping man, just out of the corner of my eye. Only thing that's missing is the snoring.
That's scary.
Now, at this point,
That's creepy.
it's worth mentioning, these weren't your average prisoners. Frank Morris had an IQ of 130, and he was the mastermind who planned everything. Then brothers John and Clarence Anglin, while not as smart as Frank, were resourceful and good with tools. All 3 had previously escaped from other prisons, so they were sent to Alcatraz because no one had successfully escaped in its 28-year history.
That's crazy.
So in order to assess and truly appreciate every aspect of their bootleg prison engineering, I needed to recreate all the steps they took in their escape. So I assembled a prison break team of my own with Johnny Harris and Cleo Abram. Cleo would be the mastermind, and Johnny and I would be the slightly dumber pair of brothers. Really, really good. So we gathered up all the exact same materials they had at their disposal.
Never made a fake head before, but I think we can do it.
And began the first test.
I'm gonna start mixing.
Mixing what? When it comes to arts and crafts, it's a good idea. It's fair to say. I just need your face. This team lacked experience.
This is Mark Rober with his hat.
Despite all that, I think they turned out pretty good.
These are amazing.
As it turned out, all you really needed to do was bring in your most artistic friend, Brooke. Whose do you want to start with?
I will start with, oh God.
Brooke, save us.
And having Brooke to help us actually put us on par with the original escapees, because they had their own resident artist in one of the brothers, Clarence Anglin, who also worked
Bro, look how real these look, though. Hold on.
Because they had their own resident.
If you seen this at nighttime, bro, with a cover and a blanket, and like it's nighttime in the cell block, and the guard, you know, he's putting a flashlight on it. Like, bro, if you're tired, bro, you're gonna think this is a real person. Like, you low-key, like, the hair looks real, you know? It's kind of scary looking. It's kind of creepy looking, but yeah, they look creepy as hell, don't they? But it looked like the Michael Myers mask, but fuck it.
An artist in one of the brothers, Clarence England, who also worked maintenance and painted as a hobby, so he provided the paint. His brother John, on the other hand, worked in the barbershop, so he provided the actual human hair they used.
Hello.
Is that how you see me?
Here's Mark.
Oh my God.
So with our picture-perfect facsimiles finished, we put our heads to the test with prison guard Bam,
Prisoner check.
who had been told all three of us remained asleep in our beds, and our outcome was significantly different than theirs.
I told you, Johnny. It almost worked.
Why are eyes so wide open like this?
Providing early evidence, these weren't your average prisoners.
All right, next test.
Now that their diversion was set, at 9:37 p.m., they grabbed some tools and crawled through a hole in their jail cell wall they had spent the previous 6 months secretly digging out.
So this is the actual hole they crawl through to escape. As you can see, it is not very
Wow.
large. Wow. This is
Bro, how did they get through that, chat? They must have squeezed their body. Their body must have been bleeding, cuts all over low key. Bro, I'm too big. Like, I'm skinny, chat. But my head too big. I couldn't get through this.
A very tight squeeze. Ow! To give themselves a head start on digging, they decided to enlarge an already
That's
existing
crazy.
air vent hole underneath each of their sinks. Since they obviously didn't have access to power tools, they had to get creative, primarily using stolen spoons from the cafeteria that they'd fashion into picks by removing the round part. So to gain a better
Wow.
appreciation for what this would actually take, it was time for my jailbreak crew to get to work on a replica prison cell we built in Crunch Labs using concrete that was similar to what they would have faced.
my fingers are starting to get tired, and it's literally
Wow,
2
you're
seconds.
so soft.
It quickly became clear why it would have taken them months.
You too
Prison
thick.
breaking is hard. To painstakingly scrape their way to a hole big enough to escape from.
Sorry.
Which begs the question, how do you cover up your digging progress so the guards don't discover it during their routine room inspection? So to answer that
Yeah.
question, I headed to the prison archives to meet a good friend of mine, Adam Savage,
How you doing, Dad?
because he has a lot of myth-busting knowledge on this topic.
We didn't know that there were still pieces of the original thing until we called over here, and they're like, yeah, come on down, we can show them to you.
One of the first things he showed me was this. Basically, they created an incredibly realistic vent cover made from just cardboard, notebook covers, and soap, which they then
Dog, that's crazy as fuck. They're so, look how real this looks though. This Loki, like this shit is so cool to me. This shit is so cool because like, it's like, don't give up, bro. You can do it. Like, bro, I wonder what they did though to get in jail.
incredibly realistic vent
I hope they ain't do no crazy stuff. Like maybe they just robbed the bank or something. Or maybe they tried to like, you know, fraud. They're
cover
smart,
made from
yeah.
just cardboard, notebook
Cardboard, notebooks,
covers, and soap, which they
and soap, bro. We can't give these niggas shit, bro. If y'all can create shit like out of these three things, bro, we can't give y'all nothing. Y'all can't have anything. No toothpicks, no spoons, no forks, no plates, nothing, bro. Y'all fuck around, make a bomb with all these with soap,
then
bro.
painted prison
No
green
cap.
using spare paint they stole from a maintenance shed.
From a maker
Okay.
standpoint, this is a masterpiece.
Facts.
To
Yeah.
make this out of like homegrown materials you're scabbing from the prison shop and to have looked this good like a concrete wall is incredible.
Back in prison, we were
Facts.
making some progress, but it wasn't exactly quiet work. Our three escapees faced the same issue and came up with a clever solution. Every night from 5:30 to 7 was music hour for all the inmates. So one of them would loudly play an accordion while one kept watch for guards with a makeshift periscope and the third one
Wow.
scraped away. And this noise management system turned out to be pretty effective.
Oh my god!
Insane, bro. That's so insane,
That's
chat.
so
That's
loud.
crazy. That's crazy, bro.
We're escaping from Alcatraz.
Don't say that out loud. Sorry, let's hold no. Sorry.
Our efforts were proving that digging
That's
through
funny.
concrete with a headless spoon was very slow work. And this must have been something Frank Morris, the mastermind, concluded as well, because he ended up getting his hands on an old vacuum used for maintenance, exactly like the model shown here. And then if you pop off the top shell and then remove the fan assembly, you will find
We have a modified power drill, and that ought to speed things up a little bit.
all the inmates had power outlets in their cells that allowed them to use things like electric shavers, or in this case, bootleg engineered power drills. So with the accordion
Wow.
once again masking the sound, they resorted to an improved method of drilling a series of holes and then using the spoons to remove the remaining excess material between the holes. And as much as this did increase our output as well, it was clear this would still take weeks, and I wanted to get to the
That shit sound loud as hell though, don't it? That shit sound loud as hell.
Through test. So I raised the white flag and resorted to an air hammer, which they definitely didn't have at their disposal.
They're cheating.
Until the
You're
hole was the
cheating.
exact same size as the holes in their cells.
Look at how much like concrete they would have had to
Yeah, they don't have that stuff in jail in 2025. I hope not. Yeah, probably not. Probably not.
remove from the premises, right?
You put it all in their pocket.
Put it out in the yard. Yeah, but this is the actual size of the hole they escaped from.
Wow.
Smell the freedom.
So it turns out they were like 135 pounds.
These are tiny dudes.
They're tiny dudes. My head will fit through here. Pat goes
Tiny
first.
guys.
Now I have to make it. Oh crap. Oh, there's no way. Let's push him.
Oh, there's so much. No, there's no way this guy's getting through.
All that work.
Wow.
Johnny makes things up with the feet first approach.
My head's so hot. I need the Vaseline.
Which meant it all
Bro, imagine they was trying to escape, bro, and they just got stuck. They got stuck in the hole, bro, and the other two just left them, and then the guard came back, and he's just sitting in the, what am I watching law? So, okay, look, well, right now, you just joined How to Escape the Hardest Jail Ever in the World, Alcatraz. You feel me? With basic engineering. So 3 prisoners escaped back in like 1980 something. So that's what we're watching. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Now, yeah, that would be fucked up though if you got left behind because you couldn't fit through the hole, bro. I would be mad as fuck, bro. I would snitch too. I'll be like there in Mexico right now. But give me, a shorter sentence. No
came
bullshit.
down to Cleo.
I can totally do this.
Oh my god.
Yeah, she's skinny.
Oh my
She's
God.
skinny. She escaped. She escaped. Oh my god.
Cleo!
Damn.
Bro, she's already gone.
Wow, okay.
Damn.
Well,
You want a game of tic-tac-toe, I guess?
Damn.
Okay.
back to our prisoners. With step 2 out of the way, at 9:48 p.m., they found themselves in sort of a secret passageway between the cells. But the problem was, they'd have to silently make their way to step 3 that was 4 stories above them.
Here's the holes. They would crawl out right here into this utility corridor, which honestly is pretty spacious.
But more importantly, they had to make it to the loft, and there's all these pipes that basically act as ladders that lead them all the way up to
Right here.
Hey, that
This
girl
is
right here.
wild.
This was the roof of the cell block, but when they got here that night, there was already a homemade life raft and life vests, homemade paddles, and makeshift flashlights waiting for them. And that's because this wasn't their first time up here. They had been sneaking up here for months, using the same decoy heads and fake vent covers, bringing up their hidden homemade tools every night as they fabricated their means for escape. And they knew about this spot because one of them was actually assigned to work up here for a couple hours during the day, painting the ceiling and doing general maintenance under the watchful eye.
So Raya, this is like a jail escape. Chat, explain what this is, y'all. Months is crazy. This is crazy. This nigga got a Tommy gun. I ain't never seen no guard with a Tommy gun, bro, in jail. That's crazy.
Eyes of the guards patrolling right across the hall. So they devised a plan, and every day he would sweep dust down onto the polished floors below, and when the guards and other prisoners eventually complained about the mess, he proposed a simple solution, hanging up blankets in these locations to stop the dust from falling down, creating themselves a private little workshop in the process.
Insane, bro. W cap, bro.
So of course,
Holy
once they have
shit.
the blankets, that means they could work up here undetected for months, coming up every night, doing some work, crawling down in the morning. Frank Morris.
Crazy.
The mastermind. Just an absolute genius.
And of course it makes
Genius.
sense then why during the day they'd work as slowly as possible, taking months to not even
Hello.
finish painting the whole ceiling.
Oh, this is cool. So you could literally see how far he made it over just to buy themselves more time.
Frank worked in the library, which gave him access to reading materials like Popular Mechanics, where he learned some of the skills they used for designing their paddles and constructing the raft and life preservers made from
Wow.
over 50 Army-issued raincoats they had borrowed or stole from other inmates. And bear in mind, these weren't exactly ideal working conditions.
Any noise they make up here just echoes throughout the entire prison.
On top of that,
This is where the guards would patrol back and forth with Thompson submachine guns, keeping an eye on all
Wow.
the prisoners. So it's wild that just
That's
15
crazy.
feet away, these guys were literally fabricating their means for escape.
and now that they had
Wow.
completed step 3 and were ready to head to the roof with all their provisions, it was our turn to do the same by building the actual rafts we would use to make our own escape.
So
Of
now
course.
we're up to the loft.
Of course, they got a lot of time on their hand. What the fuck else would they do though? Like, what else are you gonna do? Like, yeah, you could read books, but you're gonna get bored of that. You're gonna be missing freedom. You feel me? So it is, you
We're
know.
out of our cells. But the next big step is how do you make it through these frigid, shark-infested waters?
What's cool is they had these popular
Now look, chat. They had to get out of the prison and now swim to an island, bro, to a mountain and like 5 miles across water, bro. And there's great white sharks in that water, bro, at nighttime. Sharks eat at nighttime. If you can escape Alcatraz, you deserve freedom. That's exactly what I said in the beginning of the video, bro. If you escape this place, bro, like, bro, whatever crime you committed, you're free. As long as you didn't do no crazy stuff, bro. As long as you didn't, like, murder a whole family or, like, do no pedo shit or you didn't, like, I don't know. If you robbed the bank, though, and then you escaped, bro, you robbed the bank, bro. Let them be free. You did all that, bro. Respect.
Get through these frigid, shark-infested waters.
What's cool is they had these popular mechanics magazines.
And inside was how to make a homemade life preserver.
No way.
Literally, your life preserver, how will it behave if you need it?
This is the one I feel like
Wow.
is the most nonsensical. It's such a refined construction of a life vest. I feel like this is them showing off.
This is absolutely them showing off.
That's
It's like, get a
tough.
piece of foam and like a milk jug. You know, it's doing the same thing. Is this a raft?
They need me as
Our
a cop.
theory was that they made 4 tubes and then realized we don't need the second short one because we can just make it a long triangle.
These tubes are something like 14 feet?
Yeah.
That's like a yacht. Now, those instructions were applicable for the typical material you find in a rain jacket. So these guys collected like 56 of them. They made life preservers in a raft, which we are about to do.
These are some smart dudes.
MacGyver on steroids. Here we go.
We found a
Facts.
roll of rubberized canvas that matched the material of the prison issue rain jackets and then cut them into rain jacket size strips.
Oh, yeah. Wow, that's satisfying.
Satisfying flow. Wow. Oh, that was so unsatisfying.
And then we used period accurate rubber cement to glue the segments together with 2.5
Okay.
inch seams.
Our life depends on these seams. If one of these even has a little leak, oh,
My applicator already broke. Are there more applicator?
And then fully sealed the deal with some hammer time. And if this
Nice.
seems insanely loud, don't worry.
I'm gonna cover it up.
We brought the accordion.
Guys will have no idea what we're doing.
And with that, we rolled it onto
Yo,
itself
what's
and
up,
sealed the
Madhouse?
ends, which led to the final test, seeing if we could inflate it using the same secret weapon the escapees had.
Oh, yes.
They took an accordion and
Facts,
actually
Cordy,
used it as
facts.
an air pump. Yeah.
There you go.
It's pretty strong. See? Okay.
Chat, they took the music instrument, the accordion. Who gave them an accordion, bro? Take that accordion away, bro. You got to take everything they got away. They used the accordion to blow air into the life vest. That's insane, bro. That's smart as hell.
Accordion and actually used it as an air pump. Yeah.
There you go.
That's
Pretty strong.
crazy.
See? Okay.
The fate of our survival rests on this moment. This is an actual raft we will be using to cross the shark-infested Alcatraz waters. Here we go.
Oh my God, it's working. It's working. Keep going.
And over the course of about 37 squeaky pumps, we had a fully inflated raft.
The accordion is the
Wow.
unsung hero. Or I guess it's
Little bit
sung.
Yeah.
But the all-important question was,
Listen for a leak.
is it fully airtight?
It's airtight enough. Enough.
Nothing.
Cleo's overjoyed response made it clear that if we just repeated that exact same thing 2 more times, we'd have a fully functioning raft. Next for the inmates was making it onto the roof. But before they do that,
I
it's
know,
worth
right?
looking at their tools and appreciating that
crazy.
while they didn't have college degrees, they certainly thought like engineers because they were resilient problem solvers. And to me, this is what it means to think like an engineer. And this is such an important skill to
Right.
develop for life. It's written right on the side of every Crunch Labs build box that gets delivered to your door every month, where we build a really fun toy together.
God damn, twin. God damn, twin. I don't give a shit about this shit, man. Oh, here we go.
From ages 6 to 106. Back with
Belly
our
promo.
escapees at 10:45 p.m., they were now at step 4 of their escape plan, ready to head to the roof through this vent.
This right here is the vent they did it through.
And they had previously sawed through the bolt that held the vent shut and then replaced it with a fake bolt made of soap they had painted to
Crazy.
look real. They'd also previously bent
Crazy.
away a restriction bar intended to keep a human from fitting through the ventilation pipe using an ingenious homemade bar spreader consisting of 2 opposite threaded bolts with a threaded turnbuckle in the middle. So when they tightened the turnbuckle with their homemade wrench, the 2 bolt heads would slowly deform the restriction bar
Bro, that is facts though. That's how that works, chat. That's insane.
until there was room enough to
Self-made
slip
ass,
through.
bro.
They busted through, pushed up the metal vent, pushed out their rafts, and crawled to the roof at the potential freedom.
We know the exact time they got on the roof because a guard and several inmates reported hearing a loud bang.
If you had to push this thing over, it landed on the roof, that's gonna make a lot of noise. That's loud. You could just imagine they've made it up on the roof. They've got their rafts. They're running to the edge. They've got the city of San Francisco behind them, Golden Gate Bridge to their left. And they know they are mere hours away from drowning in these frigid waters or total freedom. It's one or the other. So they came here to the edge of the roof, then climbed down the water pipe, made their way along the exercise yard, down by the water tower, and around the power station. Now, what's truly remarkable about that route is they'd have to scale 2 separate 12-foot barbed wire fences with all their gear in tow while going undetected by the armed guards on the search towers, who were ordered to shoot on sight any prisoner attempting to escape.
They gonna shoot you on sight, chat. On sight, we gonna dump the clip. A Tommy gun. Them Tommy guns will shred you apart, bro. On site, we're shooting. No ifs or buts. They had to be on point. Only one shot at this. Facts, bro.
Guards on the search towers were ordered to shoot on sight any prisoner attempting to escape. The final part of the escape, conveniently, where you can't be seen by the guard tower, they made their way down this embankment and entered the water right here. Now, this beach wasn't the easiest spot for them to access, but Mastermind Frank chose it specifically because it was in a blind spot for all the guard tower searchlights. So now that they were down by the water's edge, they inflated the rafts using the modified accordion they turned into an air pump and set off to Angel Island. So to get a sense of whether this would even be remotely possible in a homemade raft, we launched our own homemade raft from a beach location that was very similar to theirs.
Go, 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 go. Careful, careful. I don't want you to break it. This is it, guys. This has to work.
Okay, time to start making the music. Get in there.
I'll hold you, Pump.
Johnny, why don't you start filling one of the others with your mouth? Okay.
Can you imagine being here on the beach? You know, like the guards might come at any moment.
Blow harder, Johnny.
Johnny!
This is not easy.
Bro, they could turn this into a movie, chat. This could easily be a movie, and I'll watch it, bro. That's crazy. This is crazy.
Oh, no. I didn't prepare for this. Let's get these on. Watch
That's
your
a
eye.
big raft, too.
I just broke. Oh, it still works. Getting a core workout here. Guys, I'm almost full. This one's full.
No way this lasts. This is the first thing I'm ditching. All right, we gotta get in the water.
Let's get in the water. Oh, go, 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 go. Get in there.
Oh,
all right, Cleo, get in, Cleo. Careful on those seams.
It's floating! It's the worst.
No way, bro. That's so crazy.
Now you notice it's not exactly dark, even though we know they launched after lights out in the evening. That's because we ran some tests of our own by strapping 20 GPS devices in waterproof containers to some driftwood, and then we threw them in the water near their launch spot at various times in the tide cycle, and then we tracked where they ended up. And this experiment yielded some very unexpected results.
Whoa, we're looking at some movement here.
Wait, this is not what I was expecting to see.
We're trying to go over here? Not now.
Because of the strong current the driftwood logs got caught up in, none of them even came close to making it to their intended destination, Angel Island, either as the current came in on high tide or went out on low tide. In fact, of all the logs we threw in, only a few ever made it to land during an ideal 30-minute tidal window at a location right about here next to the Golden Gate Bridge. This is something Frank probably knew as well by observing debris in the water moving with the tides, meaning all their rumored plans for heading to Angel Island were just diversions, and their real plan was to land here all along. So to maximize our chance of a successful escape, we had entered the water at the same perfect 30-minute tidal window based on the tides for our day.
Hard paddling to freedom, folks. The tide is just pulling us. Let's go. We're moving so fast, man. Guys, this is epic. Look at this. Look at this. Let's go.
Hey, bro, shout out to them, bro, because these waters, this is the ocean, bro. This is not a game. 2025 is a remake of 1979. Look how beautiful this city is. This is scary, bro. This is crazy. This is so cool though. And look how cool California look how cool this looks. Oh my god. It looks like my dreams, bro. And then look, you see the Ferris wheel too? That's so cool. But there's sharks in these waters, chat. There's sharks in here, but I couldn't do it. Even if we gotta remake this video, get some views, I couldn't get in this raft, bro. I'm not getting in this raft, bro. That's like, bro, imagine the shark just come and just take his ass.
This is beautiful. We're free. Oh my god. Wow, this is amazing.
Johnny!
Battle. Sorry.
We were feeling optimistic, but once we got about a quarter of the way to the bridge, the waves drastically increased in size.
Wow.
Huge. Oh my way. Oh.
I was getting queasy fast, so I ditched the paddle and adopted a new strategy.
Okay, at this point, you live and
Shout out
die
to
by
them.
the current. Paddling is just totally futile.
Look at
It's
them,
just about
bro.
surviving and like floating our way in the current.
A large portion of my body is underwater right now.
I'm just like engulfed in this thing. I cannot move. We're basically sitting in just a massive life preserver.
Like the world's most dangerous waterbed.
With like sharks swimming around you.
And this was a legitimate concern. Here's an actual clip right off the shore of Alcatraz of a great white shark hunting a seal. In fact,
Look at that, bro. And that raft looks like a seal too, because it's painted green and whatnot. Look at that, bro.
when I was scouting out the location
This shark is not no game,
of
bro.
Alcatraz of a great white shark hunting a seal.
Kill your dumb ass, quick.
In fact, when I was scouting out the location the inmates launched their raft, I saw another seal right off the shore.
You know what he seals?
Sharks. To make matters worse, I knew in this area great whites hunted primarily at dawn and dusk.
It gives you some real appreciation for what and how they did this.
How do you think they were feeling if they got this far?
Victorious.
This is a win already,
Yeah.
but not home free yet.
Big wings! Oh
Bro, I'm so
my
scared for
goodness,
them,
these
bro.
are 6
I'm so
footers.
scared.
He's a white cap.
Literal white. Oh, we're almost cap time. It is tumultuous on the open sea.
And despite the rough waters, our great escape was going pretty well, right up until the raft started deflating.
We're definitely losing air. This is not good.
The moment I put a little bit of pressure on it, air comes rushing out. I'm holding on tight right here, making sure it doesn't leak.
And I'm holding this one on this side.
And since our trusty accordion pump was back on shore, we had to get creative.
Get some air back in there, please, folks. Our survival depends on it.
And to make matters worse,
Water everywhere in here.
This is more than bathtub,
Dude, we are up to our waists in water.
The waves are just so high. The water's freezing cold.
But Alcatraz is fading into the distance, and the Golden Gate Bridge is coming closer.
and this was good news because even if Johnny made it, it was looking more and more likely his dinner wouldn't.
I'm nauseous.
You better be paddling.
Oh God, I might vomit. Sorry.
paddle.
Okay.
Johnny, lock in, bro. Lock in, Johnny.
I will not be defeated.
Lock
I
in,
will
bro.
not be defeated. Oh, I'm so nauseous.
This is for freedom.
For freedom!
Go, Cleo.
For liberty! We're thinking so much faster when our paddling.
But you know what? We've got heart. And if you've got heart, you got freedom.
Welcome back to Disney Channel. You're watching Atw Miami. Drop a like on the video, bro. Come on, man.
That's not actually true.
What is he talking about?
We are really putting on a lot of water.
That is actually true.
We can do this, guys. We can
Yeah,
do this.
they
Guys,
shouldn't have
the
left
bridge is
it.
Right, the bridge is right there. I see the bridge. Alcatraz is fading with every minute. Guys, we are no longer in a raft.
They're in the water, bro.
Ocean.
We are going down. Johnny?
I'm up to my sternum now.
It's like the Titanic, bro. Oh, bro, they're in there, bro. They're in the ocean.
Johnny looked like he had a plan to fix our sinking situation, but it turns out he was thinking more about content than survival.
Facts, bro. Shout out to these niggas, bro. This is W content. This is amazing, bro. Shout out to them, bro. This is crazy to be in the ocean like this just for a video, chat. Just for a video, bro. Shout out to them, bro. I couldn't do it, bro. I'm gonna stay in my room and just you film this. Mind you, they're already free. That's how you attract sharks. All that splashing, yeah, and the flashlights too. Flashlights attract sharks too. Shout out
Which
to
makes this
them,
a good
bro.
time to mention, no matter what happens here, you should know they both
This is white people stuff, chat. You will never catch a brother doing this, bro, for a YouTube video. Never,
have
ever.
incredible YouTube channels.
Bring
Like Cleo just
chorus
uploaded
and
a
get
video
it.
about
Than you might think.
Place was
90% of the work.
escaped through one of his tunnels.
So close. The current's taking us. It still has their hold on to that. Hold out. I am.
The current had done about 90% of the work for us, and now it was up to us to make the final push to freedom.
Big push. Go. Big push. Come on.
They
Which would have
laughing.
been much easier without my prison-issued footwear.
Oh my God.
They made it, bro.
We're there.
They made it.
Free. Oh my God. Land.
Oh my God.
Wheel. Put your hands up. Bro, that'd be so fucked up. I'll do that virtually, law. No bullshit, right?
Alcatraz.
That'd be fucked up if they got caught right there.
We're free. Oh my
If
god.
you get
I'm
caught right
so
there, bro,
tired
you
right
gotta
now.
give up.
That's one of the
forever.
hardest things I've ever done my whole life. Yeah.
So after all that, the question that remains is, did they survive that final step? Now, what we know for sure is the FBI recovered evidence of their escape, like paddles or life jackets, in these 4 locations. But what we also know is on any given night, there's only a 30-minute window where the high tide current will take you from Alcatraz safely to land. And any attempt outside that time frame basically means certain death from hypothermia or drowning. Now, thanks to a lot of modern science, we of course knew exactly when that 30-minute window was for our escape. And so after checking the historic tide records on the exact night of their escape, for them, that vital window would be between 11:30 and midnight. And according to the FBI records, ingenious Frank Morris, with access to none of the data we had, pushed off right in that sweet spot at 11:40 p.m.
Wow, look at this nigga, bro. That nigga look like the Green Goblin, bro. He looks smart as shit, bro. Alcatraz. Oh, look at him smirking. He knows he's gonna escape this motherfucker. He knows he's gonna get out someday. He's happy to be here, bro. He went to jail on purpose. Dog, this is insane. Why is he smiling, bro? He knows he's gonna get out. That's funny.
None of the data we had, pushed off right in that
Crazy.
sweet spot at 11:40 p.m. Now, even
That's
with all
crazy.
that, realistically, I still put their odds at less than a 50% chance of surviving the final step. But if anyone was gonna beat those odds, it would be the serial escape artist, genius IQ, bona fide bootleg prison engineer, Frank Morris.
They got away, bro.
This year,
They got away, chat. I think they escaped, bro. W video, bro. For the people on YouTube, drop a like. You feel me? Comment down what y'all thought about this. Do y'all want to see more videos like this? You feel me? We switching up the diversity of the channel. You feel me? Thank you for tapping in and watching the full vid. Binge rest videos on my channel. I love y'all. We out this bit.